So for ninth chapter it is database management system. In this database management system, we are first discussing about what is data. Here data means it is the basic or raw facts about something which is not organized. Okay. So if I am using, for example, here one example is there, example details of some students which is not organized. That is, I will give one example. +5.1 Sarah, then +1, then science. These are some examples of data. Here it is not organized. Okay. Here one value is there, one data is there, that is 85.1 is one data. Sarah is another data, +1 is another data, science is another data, but it is not in the organized way. We can't understand anything from these values. When we organize this data, that is known as database. Okay. So we will write one heading for each and every column, that is Sarah is the name and +1 is the class and science is the subject and 85.1 is the mark. Then it is database. Okay. Data means it is the raw facts or basic facts about something which is not organized. When we organize this data, that data is known as database. Organized collection of data, it is known as database. So here data means it is the basic or raw facts about something which is not organized. For example, details of some students which is not organized. So here some data are there, but it is not in the organized way. So it is known as data. Then what about this database? Database means a well organized collection of interrelated data. A well organized collection of interrelated data that ensures safety and security of data is called database. A well organized collection of interrelated data. What is the meaning of that interrelated data? Anyone? Amal, Abhijit, Irene, Sanjana, all of you switch on the video. What is interrelated data? Interrelated data means if I am using here, these are some data. Here I am using salary, that is 85,000 here. Is it a related data? Abhiram, is it a related data? Is these data are related together? Is it correct or not?
No, ma'am.
No, it is not a related data. Okay, Amal, switch on the video, Amal. Abarna, all of you switch on the video. So here, okay, Nestle. So here I am including the data based on one student. Okay, but here I am using one value that is not related with a student. Okay, this 85,000 is based on salary and this salary is not related with this values, student values. So it is not a related data. So in the case of database, it is a well organized collection of interrelated data. You must include related data. There is a connection between all these values. Student mark, it is correct, student name, it is correct, student subject is also correct, but student salary, it is not a correct data. Is it clear the meaning of this interrelated data? Amal, is it clear? It's not audible, Amal. Okay, so Here, this is the meaning of interrelated data. So, database means a well-organized collection of interrelated data that ensures safety and security of data. It's called database. Okay, did you write these points? Completed. Okay. Then, next one, what is database management system? DBMS. Database, data, we discussed the term data. Then what is database? Then what is database management system? That is DBMS. DBMS, comprehensive software that provides the essential services to create, manage and maintain the database. So DBMS is basically, it is a software to do all the services based on this database. Okay. If you want to create a database, you want to use this DBMS. And if you want to create or manage or maintain, or if you want to delete one table from a database, you want to use this software, that is DBMS. So DBMS is based on, that is the software that is used to, it is the software that provides the essential services to create, manage and maintain the database. In short, a DBMS provides the means to store the data, in the database, to edit or delete the data stored, to search and analyze the data in the database. So DBMS means it is same as that of a software. It is dealing with the services to create, manage and maintain the databases. In short, a database, DBMS, provides the means to store the data. That is how we can store the values in database. Then to edit or delete the data stored. That is how we can edit data in a database. That is within that table, how we can change the spelling, or if I want to change the mark of one subject, how we can change the mark. That is edit. Then how we can delete one data from the table. For all these purpose, we are using this. Okay, Kevin. Using this DBMS. And also to search and analyze the data. That is, if I want to search one student's mark, I can use this DBMS software. So DBMS, the expansion of DBMS, it is database management system. In short, a DBMS provides the means to store the data in the database, to edit or delete the data stored, to search and analyze the data in the database. Iron completed. Relational Database Management System, that is RDBMS. RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. So actually there are this DBMS is divided into different sections. We are dealing with the different types of database database management system. Before that, we are just discussing what is RDBMS, that is a relational database management system. So based on this relational database management system, we are discussing all the queries, or that is that SQL is based on this relational database management system. So a relational data model, or RDBMS, is the data that is organized into tables. Okay. So actual DBMS related with table, its name is relational database management system. So this is an example for relational database management system. This is the relational model. Here I am using roll number, then name, then class, then subject. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, E, G, class plus 1, subject IP. Okay. So in relational data model, the data is organized into tables, that is rows and columns. This table is also known as relations. That's why the name relational database management system. Okay. Table, this is table. Here we can give a name for this table. Table name, it is student. So student is the table name, at the same time it is the relation also. The alternate name for table, it is relation. So in some questions it will ask like this: what is the name of the relation? Relation means name of the table. Relation name means name of the table. So these tables are called, the tables alternate name for tables, it is relations. Okay, then a row in a table represents a relationship among a set of values. That is, a single row represents. What is the meaning of this single row? It represents the related data about this roll number 1. Okay, a row in a table represents a relationship among a set of values. No need of writing this advantage, I will give another one. So RDBMS means in a relational data model, the data is organized into tables. Tables are also known as relations. Table means it's a collection of rows and columns. Then names are there for these rows and columns also. We can discuss that one also, the next topic. Okay, after discussing about the advantages of relational database. So write the next heading, it is advantages of RDBMS. That is, to manage large amount of data, we are using this database concept. Okay. In one school or in one hospital, in all that cases we are using this database. In that cases, in the case of one hospital, we want to give, we want to store so many details or data about the patient, about the staffs, about the doctors, all the details we want to store. So for storing that that type of large amount of data, we are using this database. Okay. So to manage large amount of data, we are using this database. And another advantage, it is accuracy. When we are using this database, the data must be or the data is very accurate. We can store accurate data. Then it is very easy to update data. We can easily update the data. And this previous example also, if we want to update the mark, or if we want to update the roll number or spelling of any name, we can easily update the data. Just write the headings only, that is underlined heading. No need of writing the explanation. Okay. So accuracy is the second one. The next one it is ease of updating data. Then security of data. When we are using this DBMS, the data is very secure. We are giving some passwords for this data, so it is very secure. With databases, we have security groups and privileges to restrict access. That is, the owner can give some permission to the users to access this data. So we can secure data. We'll discuss what are the security measures for this data in the next chapter. The next it is data integrity. In databases, we can be assured of accuracy and consistency of data due to the built-in integrity checks and access controls. Integrity is also related with the security. Okay, when we are giving accurate data and consistent data, then we'll get integrated data. Last slide means this one, Nestle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. No need of writing this one, okay. The same thing.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so why we use this database management? It is to manage large amount of data. We are using this database management, and we will get accurate data when we are using this database management, and ease of updating data. It is very easy to update data when we are using this database management, and we can provide high security for the data. And data integrity is also another advantage of this database management system. Okay. Some more points. It reduces redundancy. What is redundancy? Redundancy means duplication, data duplication. It removes duplication of data. One second, I will give another example. Okay. I'll give one example. That is, in our school, we can consider our class 1+1 class. Okay, and this plus what, Abhiram? You are looking in mobile? No. Okay, listen here. So, I am taking +1 class student details. Okay. So, in this +1 class student details, I am using one table. Abhiram, here serial number is there, name is there, address of the student, that is house name is there, and place is there. Or here it is address. Okay. So, these details are stored in school. Okay. So, roll number 1, 2, 3, all these students, 50 students are there. That 50 students details are stored in one table. And this, if I am using, it is not in DBMS, if I am using a bookkeeping system, that is I am using a book to keep these details. That is a normal system without using a computer. If I am using one book for storing this one, I want to write all these contents in a book. Okay. So, in the school, I am using a book for storing all these details. And I want to keep the same details in the hostel also. Okay. So, for hostel, I use another book for storing all these details. That is roll number, name, address, all these details. Okay. So, if I am not using a computer, I am using the older system, that is bookkeeping system, that is normal book register. I am using one register for storing the student details. So, for school I am using one book, it includes the data, and in hostel also I am using the same details in another book. Okay. Then roll number 1 wants to change the address of that roll number 1. He informed that address change in the school. It is not informed to the hostel. Okay. So he just informed it in the school, so this address is changed. Okay. But that change will appear only in this school register. It will not appear in this hostel register. Okay, because it is separate books, separate registers. If you want to update this address in the hostel register, you want to inform in the hostel warden. Then only we can update that data in this hostel register. That is the normal bookkeeping system. Okay. So in that bookkeeping system, that is in the older system, we are using 2 set of data for 1 student. In school we are using 1 register. For storing the same data we are using another register in the hostel also. This is known as duplication of data, data redundancy. But when we are using DBMS, we can avoid these 2 registers. Okay, we can use only 1 table for this storing this student details, and this table is used by school staff can use the same table, and hostel warden also can use this same table. Okay. So we can avoid this duplication of data. We can use a single table for school and also for hostel. Is it clear, that concept? Okay. So here when we are using DBMS, we can use a single table for both these purposes. For school we can use the same table, we can use for hostel also. Okay. So we can avoid data redundancy. Data redundancy means data duplication. From the normal, that is in bookkeeping, if we are using bookkeeping system, we are using 2 set of register for storing same data. Okay, for storing same data we are using 2 books. It is not needed in the case of DBMS. The case of DBMS, use only 1 table for storing the student details, and this table is accessed by school staff and also used by hostel staff. Okay, that is data redundancy. We can avoid data redundancy. Then what is inconsistency? Inconsistency means if I want to change the address, I will inform in the school. Then the school staff will change the address. It automatically affected by this hostel also. Okay, that is it. It is the entire content of this address is changed. Then the school staff will check the address. There is a new address. When the hostel warden check the address, it is also changed. Okay. So if there is a change happened in one place, it will affect all the way, all the places. Okay. That is consistency. We can reduce consistency. Is it clear? Okay. So it reduces redundancy, it removes duplication of data, because data in one place, data are kept at one place, and data are kept at one place, and all the application refers to the centrally maintained database. Okay. So it is based on central database. So it removes duplication of data. Redundancy means duplication of data. It removes duplication of data because data are kept at one place and all the application refers to the centrally maintained database. Then database controls inconsistency. That is, when 2 copies of the same data do not agree to each other, then it is called inconsistency. By controlling redundancy, the inconsistency is also controlled. So we will get consistent data. If there is 2 copy, then we want to edit the content in that 2 copies also. But here it will not affect that change. That is, when 2 copies of the same data do not agree to each other, that is, we are not using 2 copies of same data, will reduce redundancy. So we can automatically reduce the consistency also. Then database facilitates sharing of data. What is sharing of data? School staff can use the table, hostel staff can also use the same table. That is sharing of data. Data stored in the database can be shared among several users. Hostel warden can use, class teacher can use the same data, then principal can use the same data. Okay, so facilitate sharing of data. The next, it is database ensures security. Data are protected against accidental or intentional disclosure to unauthorized person or unauthorized modification. That is, based on security, will give some permission to the users. That is, if in the school the students' details are stored, but all the parents can't view the content of all the student details. One parent can visible only the or display, they can view only their own ward's details. Okay, they can't view all the children's details or students' details. So we will give some restriction to the users. That is, database ensures security. Data are protected against accidental or intentional disclosure to unauthorized person or unauthorized modification. And the last one, it is database maintains integrity. It enforces certain integrity rules to ensure the validity or correctness of data. That is accurate data, it is integrity. For example, a date can be, we can't write like this, 31/31/2000. Okay, 31 month is not there, so we can't write like this. Okay, 31 date is there, but 31 month is invalid. So we can't write a false message like this. It is restricted by this database. So database maintain integrity. Okay.